Hiya, welcome to Darren in the Studio. Thank you for swinging by for another video. Before we go any further, a very happy Valentine's. That's what this video is going to be all about. I thought what I'd do is, I thought I'd do these in a Valentine's special in two videos because I had so much stuff that I really didn't want to be a bit skimpy, you know what I mean? Be a bit sort of tight. So what I've done is I've split the two videos up into albums with a love theme and singles with a love theme. So this is part one. This is going to be the albums. So what I've done is I've chosen 10 albums in my collection, and I had an absolute truckload. So I've got it down to 10, which is always my preferred sort of number. Got it down to 10, and then in part 2, volume 2, we'll go through 10 singles that I've picked out especially for Valentine's Day. All right. So first off, these are all in alphabetical order as always, and they've all got a love sort of theme going on. All right, so we're going to start off with 1991 and a particular female artist. This is Cher, and Cher's 1991 album Love Hurts. A lot of good songs on this. Picked this up not that long ago at a nice sort of charity shop. Purchased this one. It cost me about £1, I think it was. A nice little original 1991 Geffen CD. A couple of 3 hits on here. I think A World Without Heroes, the Kiss song, is on here. It is. It's track number 7. Cher, 1991, Love Hurts. First album in our Love collection. Next up, an album from 1973. This is Alice Cooper's second album of 1973. Of course, it's Muscle of Love. This is my original copy. 1973 this came out. This is probably a late 70s, early 80s pressing of it. Sorry it's in such poor condition. I put some tape on it when I was a kid and all that sort of stuff, and it's kind of ruined it a little bit. But it's got the original sort of inners. The inner sleeve on the green Warner Brothers label. I don't know what the actual pressing situation is of this. I'd have to take a closer look, but I doubt it's an original. It's also got the poster that originally came with it as well, which I, as a kid, hung on my wall, and that's why it's got some marks on the end. So 1973, second album in our Love collection. This is actually import clipped. Bought this in Manchester, probably what, 80, I can't remember, early 80s I bought this. Okay, our next album with a love theme. This is a good one, 1985. This is The Cult and their album, which is just simply titled Love. Nice little original 1985 press of this album. Nice little gatefold. It's I've kept it in its protective sleeve. Oh yeah, there's the tracks on there. Got a nice original inner sleeve and nice sort of bespoke labels. I'm getting used to handling records with this broken hand. The Cult, Love from 1985. It's actually got a really nice embossed cover on it. Okay, our next love themed album, 1977. It's Kiss and their Casablanca album Love Gun. I love this artwork. Ken Kelly did the artwork for this album, and also the Destroyer album. This for me is one of Kiss's greatest albums. Lots of good songs on here. Love Gone, Love for Sale, Tomorrow and Tonight, Christine 16, Plaster Caster, Shock Me, I Stole Your Love, plus others. This is a nice little original American import clipped on the bottom. This has got a nice original inner. Plus it's also got the, do you want to buy something from Kiss? Kiss selling your stuff, can you believe it? And nice little bespoke labels with the Love Gun band, the Love Gun artwork on there. Kiss, Love Gun, 1977. Next up, we're coming about as up to date, I think, as I've got. This is 2017, nice little album put out featuring Roy Orbison and the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. This is an album called A Love So Beautiful. I did enjoy a lot of the music that they did with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. They did a Johnny Cash album, they did some Elvis albums. There's probably other people that they've done as well. Roy Orbison, A Love So Beautiful, 2017. It's also got In Dreams, Crying, Oh Pretty Woman's on here, Uptown, Mean Woman Blues, Pretty Paper, Running Scared, I Drove All Night. Obviously original tracks with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra added, remixed. Next up in our Valentine's Day video volume 1, here's a nice little original from 1971. This is Elvis Presley on Love Letters from Elvis. I love this album, I really do. It's one of my favourite Elvis albums, this one, and this is an absolutely beautiful 1971 pressing, and I'm sure it's an original. I really am. I mean, I've not checked the run out, but I'm sure it's a pretty early press on the orange RCA Victor label. Of course, a lot of Elvis stuff from about 71 onwards on the RCA Victor label was rubbish, really, because they used to put out a single of Elvis's and then they'd just put out an album to cash in, and the rest of the album would just be like movie songs and stuff like that, sort of throwaway tracks. However, this is a proper recorded album, some really great songs on here. Heart of Rome, Life, Ain't No Big Thing, I'll Never Know, Only Believe, Cindy Cindy, and of course the Love Letters track itself was re-recorded for this album. It's a more bluesy kind of feel than the single version. Love Letters from Elvis from 1971. Next up on our Valentine special, part 1, we're going to 1979. I've had to edit the sleeve on this because I might get a bit of a telling off from YouTube, so I've hid her dignity. Or saved her dignity, let's say. This is the Scorpions from 1979. This is a nice little Harvest EMI original press of their Love Drive album. A lot of good songs on here. Loving You Sunday Morning, Another Piece of Meat, Always Somewhere, Coast to Coast, Can't Get Enough, Love Drive, Holiday. Just a great album. I won't show you the back because she reveals a bit more on the back, but like I say, this is a nice little original press on the Harvest EMI label. The Scorpions, Love Drive. Try not to show you the back of this cover else I'll get a telling off, and I don't want a telling off from anybody really. Scorpions' Love Drive. Next up, another relatively recent release. I say relatively recent. This is C6 Steve. This is a nice little EP, not like a mini album, if you like, that he put out in 2010. Nice little compilation, which came out for Valentine's Day in 2010. This is called Love. Songs for Elizabeth. Nice little 7-track album this. 8 balls on here. Walking Man, My Donny, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Just Like a King, My Home, and Ready for Love. It's on the Atlantic label. C6 Steve. Love. Nice little CD. Next up for Valentine's, a nice little album from 1987. This is Twisted Sister, and Love is for Suckers. This is out on the Atlantic label. This is an original 1987 press of this album. This album got a bit of a, well, slagging is the only word I can sort of say, really. A lot of people didn't like this album. I love this album. It's one of my favourite rock albums in my collection. And I would, apart from Stay Hungry, I think this is probably my favourite Twisted Sister album. They made a lot of good stuff, Twisted Sister. Like I say, original. This is a German pressing, which I always think are always really nice pressings, really nice sort of nice quality. Don't think it had an original inner. I had to swap the inner originally because it got a bit tatty, but it wasn't. I don't think it was it wouldn't have been a lyric inner because I wouldn't have thrown it away. Love is for Suckers, Twisted Sister, from 1987. Next and last on our love theme, Volume 1, we're going to 1979. This is Whitesnake and the Love Hunter album. Again, this is another nice little original pressing on the United Artists label, which was Sunburst United Artists label. The sleeves seen better days, to be fair. Whitesnake, of course, the original lineup here. Bernie Marsden, who sadly we lost last year. David Coverdale, Neil Murray, John Lord, Duck Bowell, and Mickey Moody. Whitesnake's Love Hunter, like I say, again, this is an original with the original insert with the lyrics out on the UA label. Nice little press. So that's it. That's our Volume 1 rundown of Valentine's Day and albums. Volume 1 being albums with a love theme. We will see you on the next video, which I will probably upload straight after this one. So we'll see you on Volume 2. Volume 2 is going to be the singles, okay, the singletons, if you like, for Valentine's Day. So leave your views and comments below. Love hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that sort of stuff. Leave a comment, and we'll see you for Volume 2 in just a bit. Ta-da.